So good afternoon, girls. Welcome back. I know it's been a while. Today we are just going to be doing is just a continuation from where we stopped. And I think this is one of the first classes we're having for the mentoring session. So guys, please just try your best to keep up. Try your best to keep up with whatever you're going to do here. So it's very, very important that you practice. It's very important that you practice. Today basically we are going to be working on this data set. We're going to be working on this data set, and I'm going to be providing it with you guys. Will be sending it to you through the class captain. The data set was gotten from an SQLite database. It was gotten from an SQLite database. So I've done some cleaning, some cleaning aggregation on it already. I'm going to be sharing this version with the class captain so she can share with you guys. So please just try your best to follow me as I'm going to be just practice with me rather as I'm going to be doing all this. A quick overview of what data set contains. So you can see we have quite a lot of columns here. We have quite a lot of columns, and I've added more by doing some calculations on Tableau. I've added more by doing some calculations on Tableau. So always remember the first step of collecting data set in Tableau, like I highlighted when we started all this, is you click on let me open this up. So let me show start page. As usual, when you open your Tableau, you're going to be presented with something like this. So based on the type of data you want to work with, you're going to select data. You are going to select any of the options here. If you want an Excel, if you are working with an Excel document now, you select this. If you are going to be working with a CSV document or any other text file, definitely you select this. And if you are working with API, JSON and co, you are going to select this. But we are not interested in all this because today we are going to be working with a TXT file. This is the file on my this is a file on my, what do you call it now, on my file manager. Where are you? So this is it. I queried it out already as a CSV document. So I already imported the file. I believe you guys already know how to do that. So it has already been imported into Tableau as a text file. So after importing it, it's going to be displayed here the same way it's going to be displayed for you on Microsoft Excel. That same vein, you are going to be seeing it here on Tableau so that you can scratch through the data set. So the first column here now is the destination column, and the destination column, if you go through it, remember as a data analyst you need to have to pay attention to details. So the column, these first columns now, under it you can see part of the option is no urgent place. Okay, another one here is home and work. So basically, for manner of introduction, this data set contains data for people that are I think people that are going on a journey, and I think is for for a flight journey, kind of people that are going on an airplane journey, something like that. I believe you guys understand that. So that's what this data that is those are the data that are recorded here. So I guess it's from a maybe an hotel, resort center, or an airport. So any of that. So under the other column here now is contain the passenger type, the type of passenger. So the options under this column includes alone. So I believe this person is going alone, friends, this person is going with friends, kids, this person is going with kid. So a kid or more kids. So basically, I think those are the options under the passenger type, and also the weather. I think if there's going to be more weather under that, we are going to see that while we start working with the data, and also the temperature, which is quite high. Maybe it's in Fahrenheit or Celsius. I don't know, but if you are working with the standard data set, with your firm organization, they would have provided you with an overview, a legend to explain the each data distinct fields now in details, and also you can check for the time. Yeah, I believe this is a time for departure. This is time for departure, and also the coupon. Yeah, so each person have coupons attached to their group. Each person has coupons attached to their group, and also the expiration. I think this might be the expiration to the coupon or something, or the expiration of their flight or something. I don't really know, but um, we are going to be leaving some of these fields out. But for the sake of formality, please, if you are going to be presented with this kind of project when working with a firm, definitely they are going to let you know what all this really means. They're going to give you a data sheet this thing to explain what everything means, and also the gender, definitely basic gender, male and female, and also there are various ages under here. There's 21, 26, I think 30. Yeah, there's 31, there's 36 also, and also there's marital status, and also, let's try to be watchful of these data types that are up here. You can see this is string data type. ABC is a string data type. That is, it means it's written in like words, let normal words, A to Z. So it's containing words, and these ones are whole numbers. That's why it's having this hash symbols, hashtag kind of. So quickly let's continue with the overview we are doing. Now we're going to check ask children. Under the ask children column now, we would see that there are two basic options under as student, 0 and 1, which should tell you straight up that if it's going to be 1, it means that's true, the person has children, and if it's 0, it means the person does not have any children. And now to the education, there's some college or no degree. Another option there, excuse me, is bachelor's degree. Another one there is associate degree. Yeah, there's associate's degree and co. So under occupation now we are having unemployed, architecture and engineering, students, what again, healthcare support. So there are various so basically, there are various what they call it now data for us to work with in this data set. There is enough data for us to explore and work with. So in fact, I think they recorded something under bar. That is, if these people visited this thing bar or not. I think the bar basically where I'm from in Nigeria, it means a place where people take alcohol, or something like that. So I think where it is never, it means these people never went or visited the bar throughout their trip. And if you see 1 to 3, it means these people visited the bar between 1 to 3 times. Well, very funny. If you are seeing 37.5K dollars here to 49.9K dollars, but it seems people with less money never visited bar like that. Yeah, I think it's something we can check while we start visualization. So I think some people disobey that law. Let me see. Yeah, less than 120, less than $12,500. This one still visited the bar between 1 or 2, 3 times. So visualizations will help us shed more light to it. So I'll not be able to go through all the record now, like each field one after the other. I'll not be able to go through all that, but basically these are the things we are going to be doing today. We are going to be plotting the graph for to display the total amount of children by the age, total amount of children by the age. So we are going to be able to see the people between the amount of children that each age group is having, amount of children that each age group is having. So you should be able to familiarize yourself very well with checking charts and data very well. You need to get used to it. Like just get used to checking charts and data very well. So currently, if you check this session, checking this chart now, you will see total amount of children. So the first column here, the first column of the chart is telling you that it's showing those that have children, and the other column is showing you those that don't have any children. So here we can see that for the 20 years age bracket, 368 people are having children, and people not having children in 20 years age bracket now, we're having 2,285. Wow, it's very high. We really expected that, they are still young and all that. But the case, like, it's really, there was kind of fluctuation when we came down the chart here, 30 and 35. So you should be able to interpret very well. Though I'm not doing justice to the interpretation because of time. So I'm just doing the basic overview for you guys now. And also, you are seeing the number of records. It's just these are the number of records, but below it, this is just to show you the tick for the number of people having children in this age range, and also this number of records they're showing the number of people having children in this age range. I think we are going to deal with this one in this current recording I'm doing with you guys. Also, we are going to check the age with respect. WRTM means with respect. We're going to check age with respect to marital status. So this one is another interesting one. From this graph, you can see that there are 31 people between 31, and you can see there are, let's see, for the divorced people now, we have people, 66 people who are divorced and are also 31 years. We have 110 divorced people that are 36 years old. So it's quite interesting. You can even forming a story out of it of this is just sweet. It's just sweet, top notch. And remember, the data we are exploring is on flight. So I'm not going to be rushing with all this. I'm going to take it with you guys step by step. Like the journey, I'm going to be taking it step by step so you understand quite well. So that one down the lane, that one down the lane. And also let's see. We're going to treat this one also. Okay, I think this is a replica of what is here. So let me just delete it. What I did here was I wasn't having the labels, all these labels and tooltips updated here. So I think I can delete what is here. So let me go on to delete. So while I'm doing all this, I believe you guys are learning a lot already. You're learning a lot and seeing the possibilities of things you can do. So this chart is quite complex also. So in this chart, you can see we I tried comparing the passenger type with the marital status group with marital status. So I compared the passenger type with the marital status. So remember the passenger type form our sheet now. Let me put up. So we have the alone friends kids. So let's see. So basically we have four passenger type: people that came alone, people that came with their friends, people having children, and also people that came with their spouse. Those are partners, married partners. So I compared it with the marital status group. I compared it with marital status group. So, and remember, we have for this marital status group, we have people that are not married, single people, we have married partner, and divorced people. So after the comparison now, checking the divorced people against people that came alone. Like we have 113 people that came alone, and these 113 people, they came alone and also they are divorced. You can see the power of Tableau and visualization. It made everything like simple and more understandable for us. And the bars also are doing justice. They are doing justice for us. And also checking this bar right here, checking this bar right here, we can see that there are 2,295 single people that came alone. 235. So probably these people are looking for friends. They are definitely not married. They've never been married and they came alone, single. So I think these people they might want to conduct marriage with people that are in this divorced range or so. And so that's just a joke or something or so. And another place you can check now in this. So there's a lot of information. I told you, when we are exploring, we are going to be unraveling more and more and more information, like more and more information. So you can imagine this is part of the importance of visualizations. Just looking at the data sheet like this or in Excel, it just looks like gibberish. Like you know, basically you cannot understand whatever I say. Like you cannot understand it out of the box. It cannot be understood out of the box. But bringing it, I'm sorry about this, but bringing it into like visualizing it now would give juice to it. It will make the data more understandable. It makes the data more understandable, especially when you now start adding filters and things like this. It gives sense to the data. So that is what we are talking about when we do visualization. So I think I'm going to be treating these first three sheets. The first three sheets, though the other sheets. Okay, I think okay. I should delete this also. I should delete this also. Come on, leave. So you guys, I believe you can see how to delete it in Tableau. So the other sheets, yeah, the other sheets. I think this one is very very simple. Or I should just do this instead of the complex one. I don't know. Let's see. Depending on what you guys choose and the time. So male. So here we compared the destination with the gender type. The destination is compared with gender type. So we see that there are 1,088 females that are going home, 2,076 females that are having urgent places to go. So like that, yeah, so more and more and more and more charts and odds we will do this dashboard till we get to this first dashboard. So I'm gonna be cutting the video here. So in the next video, I'm gonna be doing justice to the first three charts and teach you how it is gotten. So guys, just click on the I'm gonna put link to the next video for you guys here. So and disclaimer, this video is meant for the girls I'm tutoring at TEFEM. So if you feel a little bit confused with what is happening here, you can drop a comment or ask me or mess or DM me or just get across to me. So there have been classes ongoing before now. So girls, thank you very much for joining in. Please check the next video for detailed explanation on how these charts were gotten. So I will take time to explain how to do all this. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.